All right, I need you to stop what you're doing for a second because something just happened in Chicago and it changes everything. And no, this isn't just another off-season move. This isn't a filler headline. This isn't one of those depth chart tweaks that gets buried by the next tweet. No. What the Bears just did, it was bold. It was calculated. It was violent in how strategic it was. You're not going to believe this, but the Chicago Bears just pulled off a move that no one was ready for. Not the league, not the insiders, not the doubters who keep whispering that this team isn't ready, and definitely not the teams in the NFC North. The Bears just signed Joe Thoney. Not a rumor, not a maybe. It's done. It's official. And I'm telling you right now, this move is about to crack the entire NFL wide open. Because this isn't just any offensive lineman. This is a Super Bowl champion, a four-time Pro Bowler, an all-pro monster who's played in more playoff games than half the Bears roster combined. And what did Ryan Poles do? He didn't just bring him in. He locked him up. 2 years, $35 million. But wait, you think that's big? You don't even know the half of it, because the real story here, it's the structure, the math, the wizardry, that $35 million. Only $8 million counts against the cap in 2025. 8 from a guy who was supposed to cost $15.5 million. That's a $7.5 million discount. You know what that means? It means the Bears just found a way to get better and cheaper at the same time. That's unheard of. And now suddenly, Chicago isn't just a team looking to compete. They're a team looking to dominate. They just opened up more cap space when we thought they were tapped out. And I know what you're thinking. Okay, cool move. But what does it mean for the rest of the team? Let me break it down for you. This Thuney deal? It's a domino. It's the first shot in a war the Bears are about to wage on the NFC. Because now they've got nearly $15 million in cap space. And word is, they're not done. I'm hearing whispers. Quiet ones, but dangerous ones. There's a trade coming. And the name I'm hearing? Trey Hendrickson. I'm not saying it's locked in. I'm not saying it's guaranteed. But the conversations are real. The Bears are lurking. Hendrickson's been unhappy. Cincinnati might be ready to move him. And if that happens, if Chicago pulls that off, pairing him with Montez Sweat and Grady Jarrett, you might as well cancel Christmas for every quarterback in the NFC North. And yeah, we're talking about the present, but don't forget, this is only part of a bigger plan. Ryan Poles isn't building a team for 2025. He's building a machine that's going to wreck people for the next 3 to 5 years. Let me give you the numbers. Right now, Chicago's got $311 million committed for next season. That's sixth most in the NFL. But here's the difference. They're not paying bloated contracts for wash players. They're investing. $158 million is in the offense. $145 million in the defense. Special teams, $7.5 million. Dead money, only $4 million. And most of that, Nate Davis, DeMarcus Walker, Gerald Everett. It's coming off the books soon. You want clean money? That's clean money. You want control over your future? Chicago's got it. And when I look at the depth, the structure, the intention behind every move, it's scary. I'm talking about a team that's no longer reacting to the league. They're dictating terms, they're setting traps. They're moving 5 steps ahead. You don't sign Thuney for just protection. You sign him because you know exactly how the rest of the puzzle fits. Ben Johnson's not here to install a system. He's here to flip this franchise into a threat, a real one. Every single move, every player added, has a role. Jonah Jackson, another guard. Smash mouth combo with Thuney. Durham Smythe, that's a Laporta-style chess piece. Olamide Zaccheaus and Devin Duvernay, speed guys who can stretch a defense sideline to sideline. Travis Homer, pass pro. Special teams, insurance. Scott Daly, consistency at long snapper. It all fits. And that's before we even get to the defense. This front office went out and brought in Grady Jarrett, an absolute monster inside. Dio Odiengbo, edge depth with upside. Daniel Hardy, Jonathan Thor, Amir Speed, Chris Williams. They didn't just sign bodies, they signed projects. Guys who are going to come in hungry and fight for roles. And don't forget who they re-signed. Kyler Gordon, A.J. Eanes, Josh Blackwell, TJ Edwards. These aren't bench warmers. These are glue guys. You need continuity? You've got it. You need leadership? You've got it. You need a locker room that believes in what it's building? Check, check, and check. And here's the part that really messes with your head, 2026, because that's where this all explodes. Chicago already has $278 million committed, but get this, zero dead cap. Let me say that again, zero dead cap. That means every dollar is working, every contract is flexible, and Poles has the ability to cut bait, shift gears, or double down whenever he wants. Right now, $16.8 million in projected 2026 cap space. But if they want to go nuclear, that number can fly past 50 million. You cut Tremaine Edmonds after this year, you save 15 million. Move off Cole Kmet, that's another 8.4 million. DeAndre Swift, Cairo Santos, Zach Pickens, combined, that's over $12 million more. The Bears could explode onto the 2026 free agent scene, and here's who might be waiting: TJ Watt, Noah Fant, Jalen Warren, Daniel Carlson, DJ Reader. Look, I know not all of them will hit the market, but all it takes is one. One of those pieces added to this already loaded roster. That's how dynasties are born. That's how you flip a decade of suffering into a 5-year run of dominance. And if you think this is hype, it's not. It's math, it's structure, it's vision, and it's already happening. Just look at the Bears' cap control. They're not paying for the past. They're building the future. They've got one of the youngest cores in the league. They've got a coach who's not afraid to break convention. And they've got a GM who just turned Joe Thoney's deal into a financial weapon. This isn't luck. This isn't smoke. This is strategy. And the rest of the league, they better wake up. Because while the Lions, Eagles, and 49ers were grabbing headlines, the Bears were building something in the dark. And now the lights are on. The monsters of the Midway? Yeah, they're back. But they're not monsters this time. They're tacticians, assassins, quiet, cold, and precise. They're not roaring, they're whispering. And if you listen closely, you'll hear it. That faint sound in the distance, that's the sound of every team in the NFC realizing they missed it. They weren't paying attention, and now it's too late. The Bears aren't rebuilding anymore. They're ready, they're hungry, they're coming. And they don't care who gets in the way. Bear down, because it's about to get violent.